Hello, everyone. This is Dr. David, and I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to Awakening the Soul Qigong, creating your 10-minute powerful Qigong practice in as little as 10 minutes. I want to welcome Dr. Rita Marie with me here tonight, and I'm excited to have her on the webinar with me because she didn't get to make any of the Qigong practices. So today she's going to get to learn how to do some of the postures and hear about how Qigong can influence your lives and really set a tone for creating the internal environment and balancing the body and come into harmony with everything that she's teaching all of you in her programs. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited
You're welcome.
to be here.
Yay.
Hey.
So, yeah, I don't think you've done anything since we were on stage when I was last on stage. I think at the last Shine conference. So, some of the things I've gotten from the last webinar, I got some questions from some of the participants. They're really wanting to know, and any of you guys that are out there on the call tonight, if you guys have any questions, please list the questions and we'll be glad to answer your questions as they come up. So today's class is really about going through, all of you should have received my email with my 10-minute video. My 10-minute video is professionally done. It does the entire routine set to music. But tonight what we're going to do is go over all the postures so that you have a way of understanding the transitions between the postures and understanding the significance of all the postures and how it works on the inner side, on our inner sides, inside in the inner realms, inside of our bodies, and what it's actually doing for us. So before we start with Qigong, and before we start anything with me, we usually do a centering exercise. So everyone just go ahead and close your eyes for a second. I'm going to do the tuning fork. We'll just let it go for a second. And just get yourself centered to receive anything that you need to receive the light, to receive the love from the light. So here we go. The beauty about tuning forks is that they're set to the Fibonacci code sequence of 528 megahertz. Now 528 megahertz is the frequency of the heart chakra. And the entire Qigong practice, this meditation, this particular one, is centered around bringing all of the energy into the heart and the soul, inside our heart cavity. So everything we're doing through all of these different postures will be about centering, creating stillness and calmness and tranquility inside of us. So to get prepared for doing Qigong, there's several things that I suggest. Now, if you are at the conference, you know that Artemis likes to use oils, and so do I. And I think you do too, Rita Marie. Yep. One of my favorite ones to use before I start doing any Qigong is frankincense. Frankincense helps to ground you and get you ready, get you out of your mind, get you in your heart, get you feeling the ground and getting that smell that kind of opens the spirit. So it's a wonderful thing to add to your practice if you're having difficulty concentrating, getting out of your head, and getting ready to bring in and cultivate a practice. The next thing I like to do is brew up some tea, and this is an herb. This mushroom right here is reishi mushroom. Isn't that a beautiful specimen?
It's beautiful.
And this reishi mushroom has been used for longevity. It's been used, what it does is it sends calmness, tranquility. It helps overall physical vitality. It also helps to nourish the heart chakra and the heart meridian. This herb has been this is considered a king herb in Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine has a few of the king herbs, and this is one of them. It is known. This herb has the most studies done with it, and if you take it on a regular basis, they say that you can gain longevity by using this herb. The reason why they talk about this herb and longevity is because of the effects it has on the heart. It relaxes the heart. It's great for palpitations, high blood pressure, recovering from heart attack or a stroke. It helps to bring calmness to the heart on a physical level and on an emotional level, and also opens the spiritual part of the heart. So that's why this herb, and brewing it into a tea and drinking this tea prior to doing some Qigong, can be a very big benefit for you. You can also use supplements. You can do it in powdered form and take it in as a capsule. You can open the capsules and make a tea like that also. So those are just some great things to do. So I had a question. Why would I want to do Qigong? After all the times I spent with people, I realized that I need to really tell you, why would it be important to do Qigong? Not only to do Qigong, but why would you want to do it for 10 minutes and do it every single day to set it as a practice? And so Qigong has been around for over 5,000 years. The great sages, we're always searching the Chinese sages were always searching for a way to live longer, to have a happier life, to find that inner peace and happiness within them. And so they would look in their environment to look what was around them. They found crystals, they found different minerals, they found flower essences, they found all of these different things that were in the environment. And they worked okay to help them to create happiness and feed off the vibration. But they weren't feeling that deep connection to themselves and their internal life force. And so they started to turn their energies inward. And they found that by turning themselves inward and creating a connection to their own life force, that they could then manipulate how their organs were functioning and create a sense of vitality and a sense of calmness and ultimately happiness within themselves. So this practice has been cultivated over time. The benefits of doing Qigong. Of course, getting rid of fatigue and mental clarity are some of the benefits that you see right off the bat, because you start to feel the energy starting to move through you. But over time, what they were looking for was connection to spirit. And so connecting with spirit, we have to connect to our energy body. And so that's that part about having that increased energy and vitality. And once you're starting to move the qi, you're moving blood circulation, you're moving all of the lymphatic system, you're also helping the body to get rid of all the waste products. So those are some of the benefits and the key importances of why you would want to establish and do Qigong in the first place. Doing a practice means that you're doing something every day, and you're building up this energy. When you practice this for 10 minutes, you're going to feel like you have energy throughout the day. Now, if you do it for more than 10 minutes, you start to build up that energy, but maybe you don't use it all. So you start to cultivate, and you put the energy in the next posture. When I start doing the postures, you're going to see that we're holding our hands down near our belly buttons. That area between the pelvis and the belly button is a storage container for energy. Some people call it the Kundalini energy. Some people in Chinese medicine, it's called the lower dantian. It's a storage area, so when you're cultivating energy and you need energy, you get an illness, you have an accident, you need extra healing energy to heal your body above and beyond what you're doing on a normal daily basis. You have a stroke, you have a heart attack. These things happen without warning. The more that you have cultivated a practice, the faster the body responds towards its healing potential. So those are some of the reasons why you would want to do a daily practice. Ultimately, we want to transcend this body to a higher consciousness. And so the ultimate goal for all Qigong is to really connect to spirit. And the old sages said that they would want to connect to spirit so they could get off the wheel of continuing to be here in life. And most of the Qigong practitioners live to a very old age in very good health because it's the vitality of the Qi that keeps their body going. So, any questions, Rena Marie?
No, you answered the one question I was going to ask. Was I have powdered reishi extract, so could I put that in hot water and drink that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. You could definitely do that. So, okay, so this practice is very, very simple. Like I said, the Qigong practice is just a few segments, but it's very, very powerful because we're going to be doing some things to bring Qi directly into the heart space. And after working with all of your practitioners at the conference, I noticed certain things, Rita Marie. I noticed that they work very hard to study. They work hard to really understand how they're going to connect with their patients. I see that they work very hard to understand all this material, and it's very heavy in the mind. So this is going to be a great compliment for everyone that wants to really be able to bring that healing energy to their clients or their patients, whatever they're calling them, because you're going to be starting to connect with them on a deeper level, on a heart-to-heart level, even though you're talking to the client or the patient on a head level. And that's where they're going to have that connection. That's what they're going to be drawn to, is that energy force that they see inside of you that's unseen. And so when you're out talking, doing talks and lectures and doing these things, that's what the beauty of Qigong is going to bring to them by doing a practice. Okay, so Awakening Qigong meditation. For some of you I know that are on the call, you worked with me already, so you're going to be very familiar with this. Please join in with me. Our beginning sequence begins and ends, the Qigong is the same sequence. It's called the Zhong Tian. Zhong means middle, Tian means heaven. You're bringing the heavenly light down into your body. It's like a prayer. It's an invocation. It's a way that when we blow into our hands, we're blowing from our spirit. And then when we wipe down the body, we're actually wiping the chakras. We're wiping the meridian to free it of the magnetic things that are attached to our etheric body, our energy body. And so this is how we begin the sequence, and this is how we end it. So basically, you bring your hands into prayer position. You open up your little thumb so you have a little blowhole inside. You bring your hands, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. You blow into your hands from deep inside of you. Your left hand wipes up your forehead. Your right hand wipes down the front of your body. Okay, I'll do it again this way. Blow in. Left hand up your forehead. Right hand wipes down. Now you're holding your hand, I guess you can't see me, but I'm holding it right below my belly button. Hand palm facing upwards. And you hold it here, so what you're doing right here is you're just kind of connecting a straight line of energy. Now you can do this for a minute, you can do this for 10 seconds, you can do this for 30 seconds. When you start to feel the energy rising up, then you slowly lower your left hand into the palm of the right hand, and then you bring it like this, and then you hold it down here. So this posture right here, a great centering exercise. Before you get on a call, before you're doing something, you can do this to help center, just kind of like heart math, like you were doing. But then you could do this standing. You could do this outside. If there was one posture you could do this as a standing meditation. Okay? So those are the reasons why we start and end with the Zhong Tian movement. And it's a great way for transition into the next posture. The next posture we're going to be doing is called opening the heart. Now this part is, so we're standing like this. Maybe I'm going to stand up for a second. Let me see what this looks like for you guys. All right, so I'm in this posture right here. We're going to bring our arms up. Let me see if I can. So I bring it up you bring it up to heart level like this, and then it opens like this. Not too wide, just as far enough as your shoulders. And then you're going to be doing a bellows movement. You're breathing in, expansion, breathing out, bringing it, and looking through the palms of your hands. And you're leaning forward a little bit. So let's do that. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Okay, so what you're doing with this is like one of those old-time bellows for the iron. You're actually moving, expanding, and contracting your chest. Expansion, contraction. Expansion, contraction. And you're going to do this posture. You can do this posture a couple of minutes. What you're doing is sequencing the breath. You're bringing the breath in, you're circulating the chi in the heart space, and then your expansion and contraction. All right? How do you feel on that one? Good. Any questions?
Yeah, it's good.
You have any questions, Rita Marie?
No, I think it's good. It's, you know, you could see me, so you can tell whether I'm doing it right.
Hang on one sec. Okay. Let me see if I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay. All right. So go ahead and say what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying, I think it's good. I can. Like that.
You can do what?
I can do it.
Okay, you can do it. So expand out and then contract. Now, what I want you to do is lean forward when you bring your hands forward, but put your hands up between your eyes. Like open it up like that. Okay? And then bring out. Expand, lean back a little bit. So you're kind of leaning back, you're opening your chest, and now lean forward, breathe out. You're expanding too much. I want you to feel like you're pulling taffy. Slow. The energy out, energy pushing your palms together. Like you're pushing the energy together in your palms. Expansion and contraction. All right, good. All right, so we're going to do a transition for the next pose. The next pose, okay, is called Love Descends on Me. Okay, so we're coming from this place right here. So we do an expansion. So we do an expansion here, and then we bring our hands together, almost like in prayer, and then they shoot, you do this. You do it like this, and you jam it all the way down between your legs if you're sitting in a chair, and then you bring it up and descend down like this. Let's do that again. So come to heart, so you're here, expansion, contraction, all the way into heart, prayer. Bring your hands like this, like a little arrow going straight down. Now bring it up, and then all the way up and out. And this is a posture where you're static like this. So right now, just breathe, kind of look, have your head focused upwards, not straight up, but just comfortable where you're focusing your energy upwards. Now what's going to happen is you're going to be thinking about your hands. You're going to be thinking about your arms. And if all of a sudden you're going to start to feel your hands starting to tingle. You're going to feel your elbows starting to tingle. And your shoulders starting to tingle. Then you're going to start to feel some energy kind of near your chest area. Keep breathing. That's all the chi, the heavenly chi, starting to come in, and feel it radiating on your hands. Now, of course, you're going to work your way up. You should be able to hold your hand out for at least a minute or two. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Relax your shoulders. Let everything relax. And eventually you're going to start to feel that your arms are just supporting themselves out here. You may start to feel a little bit of swirling energy inside of you. Okay, so when you're ready to continue, you bring your arms straight up, and then you kind of bring them down into a triangle where your fingertips are just below your chin. Bring your elbows in a little bit. So it makes like a triangle. There you go. Open up your fingers. Your hands, these points right in here, are facing each other. And the energy is kind of in this heart space. So what's happening right now is you built up all this chi. You're bringing it down into your heart space. And this point right here is called unraveling the heart. So unraveling the heart is working several different things. You're circulating all of the energy that's happening in between this triangle, between your elbows and your head is a triangle. You see that, right? And so inside this triangle, there's an enormous vortex of energy that's moving and clearing negativity inside your heart. So you can just do this posture. Sometimes, if you're working it up, you'll start to feel heat bouncing from one hand to the other. This is an easy posture to stay in. So you can just meditate in here, do some deep breathing. So, now our next transition into this posture is going to be a little different. This point right here, you kind of tap your heels of your feet, and you lift your toes up, and you swing your arms up. So you're going like this, and you go like this, and you throw your chest forward as you're sitting. So try and do that. So you've got an arched back. It's like you're reaching your chest forward. And this is called suddenly lifting the veil. It's like you've cleared all this negativity, and now you're just bursting your heart forward. So you kick it forward, you lift your toes up, and you throw your hands out. Your elbows are like in, reaching and thrusting your chest forward. And this is a transition posture. This is really like cracking the chest of all of the negativity. All of the fear is now leaving the body, okay? And now you're just ready to soak in what's next. And the next part is you put your feet back down on the ground, and you turn your hands upwards like this. This is a famous posture. This is called holding the heavens grounded on the earth. And so your palms are facing the heavens, you're holding the heavens up, and your feet are grounded on the earth. And you have a little circle happening right here. So this little spot right here, this is a pericardium point right in here. If you take your middle finger and you curl it in, there's a little spot on one of the lines that's between the first and second digit. If you feel in that, that's a pericardium heart point right there. Your pinky point, if you curl it into your hand, right there on the other line between your pinky and your fourth digit, there's another spot there, and then there's there. So this area right here is the heart triangle. And then you can see that there's a circle pattern right here on my hand. I'll put it right up there. So all the chi that is coming out of, that I practice, is coming out at you. So when you're up and holding the heavens, the chi is coming in your hands. It runs down your arms into your chest. So you've split open your chest by opening the veil. You're holding the heavens. The chi, the universal energy, is coming into your chest and renewing you with all of this life force and vital energy. It's getting the heart prepped for the real part, which is opening the jewel. So we stand here like this. You can move your pelvis around a little bit and feel what's most comfortable. Kind of tuck your tummy in a little bit, okay? And you feel for that place that's the optimal where you can actually do this posture for like a couple of minutes. This is a posture that you're receiving the chi, receiving the light. And then when you're done, you slowly bring your arms down, elbows in, your palms meet by your chin, your pinky and your thumb come together and they make a little bowl. And it comes right into your heart space. Bring it down a little bit, Rita Marie, so that your palms are right at where your prayer hands would be, okay? Right at your sternum. So this is a funnel. This is a sacred funnel. This is called freeing oneself to become the saint. So all of the light now is coming down through the funnel and it's going into the heart. And this is the lotus flower right here. So this one you just kind of sit in and just drink. It's like the light is coming in, you've cleared the heart, you've done your work. Kind of just tune into your hands, tune into the frequency. And then when you're ready, you'll take the same hands and you lift it straight up to the sky, and then you bring it down onto the crown. Just bring it on top of your head, just like I'm doing. So now the funnel is going over the crown chakra. The energy is now descending into the head. And so now the heart and the mind are connected. And the light is actually, what's happening on the inside is that the light is already inside the heart. The heart is rising the energy up to the third eye. It's mingling with the pineal gland. The pineal gland is illuminating, and there's a chakra on the inside of the skull called the Manahata chakra. And now you're gauging that there's a power bridge on the top of your skull. There's an acupuncture point right here, in which we call Tien Ma. Tien Ma is heavenly gate. And what that does is it helps to open, and there's two chakras right here above your head. There's one right on the head, which is called the Guru chakra, which is the teaching chakra. That's where we access our inner teacher. And then above it is the crown chakra. And that's just the beginning of that's the end of the 7 chakra system. But it continues on for 24 chakras above you. Keep going. So we bring this up, we soak in the light into the crown, we make the connection, and the benefit of this particular posture is that what it's doing is it's causing a white mind. It's getting rid of all the darkness, all the limitations in the mind, all of the negativity, the things, the self-talk that we speak that we don't even know that we do. We put ourselves down, and where we may not be as positive. And so when we have a white mind, everything is clear. It's like a whiteboard that's clear. So you get that freedom to start over. Then you take the crown, you lift it up, and this is the ending sequence. You bring it into prayer hands, right in your heart. Now, you can do this very quickly, okay? Then you do the closing sequence with the blowing and the raising of the hands and that right there into the Zongtian movement. That's the posture with the explanations. Any questions? I'm sure you have questions. No questions?
No. You're doing a great job of explaining.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any of you guys out on the call, do you guys have any questions at this moment?
Let's see.
Nope. Okay. Okay, I see I have, and somebody needs to get the video. We'll make sure that you get that before we end. Okay, so, you know, basically, you feel secure enough to follow me without any explanation to do the posture without stopping, just to do a very quick sequence of it?
If you're demonstrating it, yeah.
I'm going to demonstrate
not from memory.
Just follow me.
Yeah,
we'll
following
just go through without me talking, because what I want you to do is I want you to try it, and everyone that's out there on the call, let's just go through it without you feel like a queen. I love it, Rita. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to run through the whole entire sequence, and then you guys can give me some feedback on what you think without any talking. I will repeat what we're doing, and you'll follow me, and then we'll just go through, and then we'll get some comments on what you guys think, okay? All right. Warm up your hands real quick. Get some chi there. Okay, first movement, Zongtian movement. Bring your hands in front of your face. Blow in. Release your hand down. Hold. Okay, next posture. Raising the hand up, opening the heart, doing the bellows. So you're opening up and breathing in and breathing out. I want you guys to smile while you're doing this. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, last movement. Breathe in. Hands to your heart. Love descends on me. Heart, hands go down. And then raise them straight up and over, and love descends on me. Breathe, raise your head up, smile to the heavens for the terrific gift you're getting. Good. Raise your hands straight up. Hands come down, unraveling the heart. Triangle, head at the apex. Good. Now, suddenly unlifting the veil. Kick your heels down, toes up. Bring your arms up and out, thrusting your chest forward. All right. Plant your feet down, holding the heavens while grounded on the earth. looking between your fingers. Arms make a circle, energy dumping into your heart space. Hands coming down, becoming a saint. Bring your arms up onto the crown. Lift your hands up into prayer, back to the origin. Zongtian movement. And shake your hands out. So that's, you can do it as quickly as that. You can. So what happens is, as you watch the video, you'll see the places that I hold the postures longer, and you get used to doing that. So one of the key things that I think that the take-home points of why you want to do this, and one of the things that you stressed in the conference this past time, is that we're always stuck in a sympathetic response. So much fight or flight movement happening inside of us that we can't create a healing pattern, right? If you're in a sympathetic response, you can't get to the parasympathetic where you're actually gaining the benefits of healing. And so these movements help to set you into a vagus response and get you into the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the biggest thing I can tell you, that this whole entire routine gets you into your heart and out of the mind, gets the mental chatter going, clear it with all of the light that you're bringing up. Okay, I got a question. Lynn asked, can you explain more about the breath and the different postures? So basically, there's the only posture, you're breathing in and out when you're doing the movements. The one posture that you're really doing breath work, you're doing a beginning breath when you're doing the Zongtian movement. That's to blow in from your spirit to wipe the meridians and do the invocation. The next one, when you're doing the pumping, the opening of the heart, is a bellows movement, Lynn. And so what's happening is you're compressing and moving the chi from the breath into the blood. So that one's actually pumping movement. We're doing this movement here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. The other movements, you're just, when you're doing the Love Descends on Me, you're doing a regular belly breathing, conscious breathing, almost an ujjayi breath, if you're familiar with that, in yogic breathing. The rest of the time you're doing almost like a yogic breathing. You're watching your belly move versus up here in the chest. Anyone else have any questions?
I don't see any.
Okay.
Cool.
All right,
I'm going
cool.
to run to my next call, but I
Awesome.
want to
Thank you.
This was awesome.
All right, great. I'm glad we were able to make it and make it happen.
Video. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. And if you have any other questions, Diane, I see that I need to make sure that you get the video. We will make sure that you get a link for the page. And if you guys have any other comments, I'd love to hear it. Other than that, stay tuned. I'll be printing out to everyone and make sure that we can get together and do some practice together. Check out the video. Let me know what you think about it. Put some comments out there on the video. We'd love to hear what you think about it. And let's start doing a practice together. We'll stay in touch. Okay? Peace and blessings to everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.